Hi everyone and welcome, my name is Stumpsy. Today we're going to check out a plugin called Frank by Analog Obsession, and it's basically a 5-band EQ that's taken after some very popular analog EQs, and we'll be checking it out in the context of my song Bodies of Concrete that you'll find in the description below. And before we do so, do subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so and give me a thumbs up, and yeah, let's check it out. Okay, so let's start by listening to a bit of the track without the EQ, and then we'll be listening to the EQ on the acoustic guitar bus. So let's listen to it without.
Your faith is a building that's burning with an accuracy.
With.
The flames are blue cold and the shaping complete.
Without.
You stand there waiting for the windows to share their side of the story. For some the world is an empire not founded on words of integrity.
Alright, let's listen to what's going on here. Listen to the mid-range of the acoustic guitar and its relationship with the rest of the mix, the rest of the instruments.
The flames are blue cold and the shaping complete. You stand there waiting for the windows to share their side of the story. For some the world is an empire.
It's kind of like as if we were removing a pillow from the sound. Let's listen to it solo now without the EQ. Without. With. So yeah, I believe that the low shelf is actually based on a Harrison EQ. This is a Pultec based EQ, same with the high end attenuation. You've got a, I think this one in the mid range is based on an API EQ, and then you've got a Neve high shelf here. So yeah, let's re-listen to the acoustic guitars solo without. So yeah, it's actually funny how it almost seems as if it were doing something to the width of the guitars. Maybe it is, I don't actually know, but you know, I think it sounds nice. And you know, I removed a bit of that of the mid range here, added a bit of top end, and attenuated a bit of that top end as well. And so that kind of changes the curve and the relationship between the high shelf and that attenuation shelf there. And also, I didn't touch the low information here, and I removed a bit of that 50 Hertz here. So the mid-range EQ is actually at 1.5K, and the Neve high shelf is set at 10K, and this is a 20K attenuation knob. Okay. Let's move on. We'll actually listen to the lead vocal now. So yeah, I actually left the compressor on, and if you want to check out the VLA FET video that I made, it will be in the description as well. So in this case, I actually added a bit of 1.5K to kind of to balance things out between the acoustic guitars and the vocal, and added a bit of top end as well. I probably would have changed the center frequency, but because of the purpose of this video, and you know, just of trying out this EQ, I added a bit of top end at 10K here and attenuated a bit of that, and obviously removed a bit of that 50 Hertz. Let's listen to it without.
Stand there waiting for the windows
with.
To share their side of the story.
Without.
For some the world is an empire
With.
not founded on words of integrity.
Right, so let's listen to it solo maybe.
The flames are blue cold and the shape incomplete. You stand there waiting for the windows to share their side of the story.
It's pretty cool how it just changes the perception that we have of the vocal, and it feels like, let's actually replay it.
For some the world is an empire, not founded on words of...
Yeah, it's getting rid of that thing in the lower mids that's a bit, you know, a bit muddy. So kind of like that. Yeah, let's move on to the kick drum. I think, yeah, this one. Here we go. Let's solo it. So kick in. So pretty straightforward pull tech trick. Let's do it in a mix without.
Share their side of the story. For some the world is an empire, not founded on words of integrity. Choose me, I'm the first who arrived on the scene.
Yeah, might want to, you know, pull this back a little bit.
Be on the lookout for their bodies of concrete, cementing your thoughts with sovereignty. You cannot live by someone's decree. Limestone in the...
I really like that because it kind of feels like the sound of the bass is changing as well. Listen to the sound of the bass. Wait a minute. Just bypass first.
Windows to share their side of the story. For some the world is an empire.
Yeah, it feels as if we were adding lower frequencies to the bass guitar as well, which is not the case, but it's just that relationship between the kick and the bass that gives us that feeling. Let's listen to it, just the kick and bass solo now. Yeah, it's like we're bringing them together, and I like that. Okay, let's carry on. So I'm not mixing this song. I'm really just trying out this EQ. Let's try it on the snare top without. Just a 10k boost to give it a little bit of air. Let's listen to it in the mix without.
Windows to share their side of the story. For some the world is an empire, not founded on words of...
Yeah, I probably would get rid of a bit of that as well. Bit of that 20k here. It's just you know, I feel like sometimes the very, very high top end is not always useful, and not because of a metering thing, but because it kind of has, I don't know how to describe it, like it's not meant to be there kind of thing. And also it kind of like, you know, makes some space for all the other instruments as well. If you can clutter up things in the low end, you can actually do that in the high end as well, and that's not always something that I think about. That's something that I did not used to think about, but I do think about it now. Right. Okay, because yeah, it's kind of cool to hear things clearer, but when you start doing that on every single instrument, it just can get out of control. Right, let's listen to the electric guitars now. Maybe later in the mix. Okay, I'll activate both at the same time. Okay, without. Without? With? I'm removing a lot of that lower end, but I'm gonna actually try to gain match it a little bit. We've lost quite a bit of volume there, so maybe 2 dB would be good. Seems alright, maybe 1 more dB. Okay, let's listen to that in the mix. Let's listen to the electric guitars now without and then with the EQs. Without. With. Yeah, I added quite a bit of that 1.5K. I really wanted to hear that kind of like the smack of the cab, and I think that happens around at around 1K to 1.5. 2K is sharper on electric guitars. 2.5K and 5K is very much the fizz of the cab. So, and I got rid of a bit of that 20K here. All right, and also a bit of the 50 hertz down there. Let's re-listen to it without. With. I did not activate the oversampling, but I could if I wanted. I don't always do that in videos because I don't want to overload the CPU, because that's what happens with some plugins. All right, let's carry on, shall we? Actually, let's listen to it in the mix without.
One's decree, limestone in the walls of their library. Choose me, I'm
With?
the first who arrived on the scene.
Without?
Choose me.
Let's go further in the mix, actually.
I'm the first who arrived on the scene. Oh yeah, choose me. It'd be an honor to get your esteem.
Okay, yeah, it's just much clearer. I don't know about the gain matching on this. I tried to gain match it, but yeah, maybe something like that.
Choose me. I'm the first who arrived on the scene. Oh yeah, choose me. It'd be an honor to get your esteem.
Okay, let's listen to the mix bus. And I think that this could actually be useful. This plugin could actually be useful on the mix bus.
You arrived on the scene. Oh yeah, choose me. It'd be an honor to get.
So yeah, when it's yellow, it's bypassed. When it's grey, it's active. Let's listen to it without.
I'm the first who arrived on the scene. Oh yeah, choose me. It'd be an honor to get your esteem. Choose me. I'm the first who arrived on the scene. Oh yeah.
Yeah, just a bit of top end for precision. Remember that this song is not mixed, so it's just to showcase what this plugin sounds like. And we'll actually listen to all the instances of Frank playing together, or should I say being activated all together. Let's do this and that. Okay, so this is without.
First who arrived on the scene.
With.
Oh yeah, choose me. It'd be an honor to get your esteem. Choose me.
yeah, that's kind of what it sounds like. Obviously, I overdid it, as I usually do. And I would have chosen different center frequencies on the top end for different instruments, of course. And also mid-range, same thing. So I'm really trying to showcase what this plugin sounds like. Let's listen to it a bit more. Actually, earlier in the mix.
They're waiting for the windows to share their side of the story. For some, the world is an empire not found.
There's a bit too much of that on the lead vocal. I mean, of high end, and a bit too much of that mid range as well. It's kind of tricky because sometimes it works well with my voice, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, let's do it again without.
Founded on words of integrity. Choose me. I'm the first who arrived on the scene. Choose me. It'd be an honor to get your esteem.
So yeah, it's kind of cool, and I could definitely get some use out of this. I like the sound of this EQ. I like the fact that they added, like different, I would say, some very popular analog EQs, some popular flavors here that you can choose from, and yeah, you can get some pretty nice results very quickly. And I hope you like the sound of it. Try it out for yourself on Analog Obsession. Well, not analogobsession.com. It's on Patreon. You can actually follow the guy and help him out. So the plugin is actually free, and but you can donate and participate to his developing of new plugins, and he's got some really cool stuff. So this one is one of the. Yeah, so it's a really good one. So should you get franked by Analog Obsession? Well, first of all, it's a free plugin. You can donate on his Patreon page, but it is free. So if you want to try it out for yourself, that's a really good option. It's got like 5 bands of very popular EQs, analog EQs. The 10K band sounds really good, based on a Neve. Is it a 1073? I don't know. It's got. Also, the Portec trick is really nicely done, I think, but you've got to try it out for yourself and let me know what you think. If you haven't tried out any of the Analog Obsession plugins, I really encourage you to do that because they sound really nice, and it's pretty incredible to have that in the box for free nowadays. So thank you very much, Tonka, for dedicating your time to doing this, and go check out his Patreon. It will be in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe and let me know what your favorite Analog Obsession plugins are, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers. Bye-bye.